Good morning and welcome to Master Trader, where you can learn to use simple market and stock analysis to make money investing and trading. I'm Greg Capper. Today we're going to take a look at the broader markets that had a huge day yesterday and some stocks that didn't. What we're looking at here is the S&P futures that are trading right now, and you can see yesterday's big move up out of this consolidation. This is what we call a rounding type of a bottom that was creating some support on this retest right here. And then there was the breakout. This is a typical pattern, and notice the consolidation right at the top of this resistance. This is one of my favorite patterns that's set up here, looking for prices to move higher. A big day like today, or I should say yesterday, is one in which one of two scenarios typically play out historically. You're either going to get a narrow range day. This is a wide range day by definition. So normally you get a narrow range day or a consolidation day where the markets really don't go too far. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about chasing or getting on board here. Probably best look for pullbacks to get on board. And one of my rules, Master Trader rules, is that with a wide range bar breakout like this, that any retracement on the following day stays in the upper 50% of the wide range bar. We're looking for this to do is create new support because, let's go down here and look at the intraday charts. What happens when you have a wide range bar like that is that you have a momentum move. This was the news on the Korean setting off missiles. There was a little blip there, and then prices just went right back up again. So you've got a wide range bar, which creates what I call a void of price support here. In other words, there is little to no support if it trades under this area here. It will probably come all the way back down here. So what we want to see is that it stays in the upper part of that wide range bar, just like it's doing right now, and create some support. And then ideally the next day, the following day, prices then continue to move higher. Now, one of the things I shared with my subscribers yesterday was that the last thing we would want to see is prices come back down below the low of the wide range bar. That would violate this breakout, and now we would then be having a bearish view on the markets, looking for prices to come back down to a certain level. Now, let's look at the S&Ps. And you can see there's a very similar, and right now we just have the wide range bar. We had discussions in prior videos about bottoming tail bars, and I said that the buyers were taking control at that point. Here's the NASDAQ market. We also had some bottoming tail bars, but the NASDAQ market didn't participate yesterday like the other markets did. And as you can see here, it's still consolidating and really not going anywhere. And the main reason for that is that the leaders didn't lead yesterday. So they're in question here as to whether they'll continue higher and maybe drag the markets in. Apple did not participate. Intel began to make a turn. We'll see if it'll turn. Facebook was actually down on the day. Microsoft participated a little bit. That's one of the reasons why the NASDAQ was up slightly. Google was actually down a little bit on the day. And Amazon, which was started the day a bit higher, actually went nowhere. So we had a lot of these stocks that have outperformed and began underperforming. So we're going to keep that in mind. Now, what did perform? The beaten down sectors performed. Financials, the regional banks had a huge day, and they've been a bit volatile. They tried rolling to the downside and came back. And retailing stocks, which have been under pressure all year, they came back last week. We had this in our letter, our Monday letter, and then they blasted to the upside yesterday. So these retailing stocks look like they're going to have a good Christmas. Now, there are many stocks that we have an eye on here today and going into the end of the year to profit from. Come to mastertrader.com. Take one of our free courses, learn about what we do. Definitely subscribe to the channel and learn a lot more about Master Trader and how you can profit in these markets today. Have a great trading day.